This is what this is. Basically, I am gonna show you a picture that I AI generated based on a description of a Hearthstone card. And you guys are gonna try to guess which Hearthstone card it is. All right, chat, this is your first image. What card is this? All right, so a lot of you guys are saying ooze. That one's pretty easy. I think for most people, you guys could probably get that right off the bat. Pretty easy, okay? What about this one? What card is this? Did you really write your mom? Are you serious? All right. Yeah, so again, I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. This one is Angry Chicken. You can kind of tell he's kind of angry. What about this one? Again, this is purely off the AI generation. I tried my best to describe it. I'm surprised you guys got that so fast, but yeah, it is Babbling book. We tried really hard to get the face on top of the book, but for some reason the AI generation did not want to put eyes on top of the book. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, what about this one? It's actually kind of crazy how like close this is, right? It's almost exact. If you guys have played Battlegrounds, you probably know who this is. This is Bob the bartender. He is the like original bartender for Battlegrounds. It's crazy how close this is, honestly. It's crazy. It's actually ridiculous how close this actually becomes. All right, what about this one? We tried really hard to describe whatever this card may be. It was impossible to get a really good one, but this character is so iconic that I had to put him in. So this is Cthulhu. This is what Cthulhu looks like in terms of the AI generation. Yeah, I don't know why this is Cthulhu. I'm gonna be honest, but it is what it is. All right, what about this one? This one's a little bit more interesting because it was hard to describe him. Well, it's not hard to describe the character, but I don't know. I thought we did it pretty well. It's not that hard to describe this character, but for some reason, this is what the AI came up with. So this is Dr. Boom. I don't know what it was. It was hard to get like, he's like a goblin, but he's very menacing. He has his boom bots in his original artwork. So it's like, incredibly hard to actually tell the AI what this is. All right, next card. What card is this? Again, really been here since Hearthstone Classic. One of the best cards that a certain class has ever gotten. And it doesn't look nearly like it should. I didn't think it was super bad, but I mean, we tried a bunch and all of them were just so out of it. So this was the closest we're gonna get. So this one's actually Flame Imp. You could tell that like we kind of went for a smaller being, the flames around it. But again, this one was, oh my God. I know. It's what? I know. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one, all right? Okay. What about this one? I will tell you right now, so far, no one has gotten this in chat. No one has gotten it. I will say it's a pretty new card. It was released in an expansion where the biggest colossals were introduced. All right, none of you have actually gotten. So you guys are gonna be mad at me, but this is half the fun. This one is Gigafin. I know, it doesn't look like Gigafin, but we tried. We wrote 2 heads and it just never wanted to do 2 heads ever. I don't know why. What about this one? This one, again, a card that's been in the game for an extremely long period of time. It's pretty close to the original. I was pretty baffled. I think that we did this one like maybe twice and it was almost guaranteed to what it does. And it's a pretty game-ending legendary. It is Grommash Hellscream, which is like, if you go look at Grom, it's almost like 1-to-1. It's not exactly the same proportions, don't get me wrong, but like it's pretty close and it's honestly surprising how great this one is. What did you prompt? We put like angry, orc, green, menacing, red eyes. You could also upload a photo of it. So we uploaded the original Grom thing to see what it would give. Anyways, Grommash Hellscream. All right, next. Right? Gotta be kidding, XD. Okay, so yeah, you guys got this one pretty fast. This one's one of the easier ones. This is Illidan. Again, it's not exactly 1-to-1, but this one's pretty, the resemblance is there. You could definitely tell that this is some kind of night elf. I think the biggest thing is just his face really isn't there. What about this one? A lot of you guys got it. It's King Krush. Now, I think the funniest thing about this is that Tyrannosaurus Rex Their arms are like this, so they always have to walk on their back legs. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to go anywhere, right? But if you've noticed, he's walking on his front legs, which is absolutely hysterical for what a king, for what King Krush is. Oh my God, this one made me laugh. This one was funny as hell. What about this one? This is a card that's been in the game for a while. One of the most annoying cards I think a lot of people would agree with. Yeah, you guys are getting this. So this is Knife Juggler. Honestly, pretty good for what it was. It's not, again, it's not 1-to-1. Obviously, Knife Juggler's a little bit more bald, but it has the same theme. Like if they were gonna make, you know how like with Mad Bomber, they made like Matter Bomber? This is like Knifer Juggler. Next on the list. All right, this one is, it's actually incredible. Again, this is one of the ones I think you could look at it and immediately know what this card is. This is obviously Leeroy Jenkins, right? The armor's spot on, dude. The hair is pretty spot on. I don't know what the weapon is, I'm gonna be honest, but overall, it looks pretty good for what it is. I think the AI did a really, really good job. What about this one? I would be baffled if any of you actually got this. This is a card that did not see a ton of play. Considered pretty weak. What do you think about what you see here versus the actual art in game? It's night and day. But I'm surprised a lot of you got this. This is actually Magma Rager. That's crazy. It's almost like 1-to-1. Like he definitely seems like a Magma Rager. Yeah, he wouldn't be a 5-1. He would be like a 22. What about this one? This one I think was really well done. It's pretty cool how close this one actually was. Again, one of the cards that came from Classic. One of the combo oriented cards. Quite frankly, I think it looks almost identical for what it is. But yeah, this is Malygos. Again, I don't know where the armor came from because we didn't say the dragon was armored, but I mean, how, like, you gotta admit, like, that's pretty freaking close. Like, again, it's almost like Leeroy where it's like you look at it and you know exactly what it is. That's incredible. What card is this, chat? Honestly, it's uncanny how close it is, dude. It's uncanny. It's absolutely ridiculous how crazy this is. Again, I think this one's really well done. He's not really a gnome. I don't know why, in terms of scale, he's like that much bigger. But if you guys didn't know, obviously this is Milhouse Manastorm. The robes are almost identical. I wonder how many of you guys would have got it if the robes were different. All right, chat, what about this one? This is obviously one of the minions in the game that is the lowest stats, has never really seen like meta play, but it has seen play. But this is Murloc tinyfin. Again, I think this one's really well done. You should have seen the other one. It was like a curvy Murloc and it was super weird. So we're not gonna show that one. All right, what is this? This is a card that is iconic in Hearthstone. Iconic. You've probably seen it a ton if you've been playing since Classic. And quite literally, this art does not do it justice because it looks so freaking stupid, man. Again, some of you are gonna be mad at me, but this is Rag. This is literally Ragnaros. We tried so freaking hard. We wrote like elemental big fire, holding a like yellow hammer. Like we tried so much, but for some reason, it just didn't want to think it was an elemental. And we uploaded the photo of Ragnaros and it just, I don't know, man. I don't know. The AI just was not having it, but goddamn, it's good, man. It's so funny. Oh my God. Okay, chat. All right, all right, for this next one, I'm gonna need everyone to just remain calm. It's gonna be okay. It's not that lewd, I swear. But who is this? I would describe the character, but I think it's so obvious on who this is. It's ridiculous. Now, here's the thing. This is Reno Jackson from an alternate dimension, where rather than being an explorer, he decided to just be a model for, I don't know, Calvin Klein or some shit. The next one arguably might be my favorite, and this one is one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite. So this is Tony the Tiger. No. Oh my God, sorry. This one made me laugh. This one was very funny. This is Shivala. This is Shivala. I thought this was hysterical because if you look at Shivala's real art, she is super menacing. I don't know. She is, she's just a figure to be dealt with. This one is like her derpy cousin. All right, chat, what card is this from? arguably the strongest card in Hearthstone. It's absolutely incredible how powerful this card is. It usually when it's played, you could say it's all ogre, you know what I mean? This is, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is not a card. This is just literally Shrek. We'll move on to actual Hearthstone cards again. This was just here for fun. All right. What card is this, chat? What card is this? So this one's actually really cool, right? I don't know what's going on with the face if I'm being honest, but you know, here we are. But this is Sire Denathrius. This isn't Prince Renethal. This is Sire Denathrius. You can kind of tell just from like the hair, he's wearing the crown. I don't know what this is, I'm gonna be honest, but I feel like this is pretty close to what he is. The resemblance is definitely there. And when we look at the side by side, you guys will definitely be able to tell. All right, what about this one? Obviously pretty iconic character here, not just from Hearthstone, but Warcraft lore overall. It's absolutely incredible how spot on this one is. They didn't put the blue eyes in, which actually kind of pissed me off because I was trying really hard. But there's a couple things to notice in this photo if you guys have not realized, right? Look at the sword handle. You know he's hard when he's got two sword handles like that. He's like doing the wrist or like the grip exercises. The armor isn't exactly spot on, but yeah, most importantly, his hair is wrong. It's supposed to be white, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be white. All right, now this next one is a little picante. But again, everyone relax. But here you go. All right, we'll tell you this right now. A lot of people don't like this card. A lot of people absolutely hate this card with an absolute passion. This is just a work of art, if I'm being honest. Like literally, this is an AI art, but it's a work of art. There's so much going on in this. It's absolutely incredible. This is Theotar. Okay, this is Theotar. I don't know what's going on with the head. I don't know what's going on with the sword here. If you guys have not noticed, it kind of attaches. I don't know what happened. The next one here is, I think this one's absolutely incredible and I would pay so much money to have this in the game. I'm gonna present you AI art generators peak of generation. There's actually just so much to unravel in this photo. It's incredible. So good. So this is Wild Heart Guff. My favorite part of this entire thing is this right here. We were trying to do like animals on shoulders, right? I think there's an owl and there's like a bird, but for some reason it just wanted to put a cow. And at that point, it was already the best image on the planet. There's no way anyone's beating this. It's unreal. What about this one? Again, you got to remember what the AI generation is. So it's hard to describe some of these. Now, due to the nature of this card, as some of you might be aware, it is very hard to describe this card without actually getting just straight hentai. If I'm just being honest, it is extremely hard to describe this card. There's just a lot of things that go into that category. But as you guys can probably guess, this is Yogg-saron. This is the original one. This is Hope's End. It's not Master of Fate. It kind of looks like it a little bit. I think this one's a little bit more of a reach. It obviously doesn't have the tentacles for, you know, obvious reasons. It does have like a big mouth. So I guess that's kind of there. This is a card. I thought this was going to be a lot easier to describe than it actually was. I'm actually baffled it came out like this because the character that we were describing is it's not hard to describe, right? This is Zephyrus the Great. So you can kind of tell from the top of it, he kind of looks like a genie. Like it kind of looks like him. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what is happening here. Okay. Like you guys can ask me what this is for 10 years and I wouldn't be able to tell you what's happening. I also don't know what this is. All right, guys, this is the very last one. And I think this one is pretty great as well. I think a lot of you are going to get this just by looking at it immediately, but this is a good one. This is really well done. This is probably one of the most popular cards of all time. Unity, precision, perfection. It kind of looks like it too, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's not much to say here. The color scheme is pretty spot on. And I think they did a good job. I think I think it's pretty good. I think a lot of you guys can understand where this is coming from. It's pretty great. I actually really like the art for it too. I think it looks really good. Like, I think they did a really good job on this one. So yeah, here it is.